The Midnight Voices. Ethan Cole never believed in the supernatural. He was a systems analyst, a man of logic, patterns, and provable facts. When his grandmother passed away and left him her decaying estate deep in the woods of Red Pine Hollow, he didn't hesitate. He saw it as an opportunity: peace, quiet, isolation. The perfect place to work remotely and escape the chaos of city life. He ignored the warnings. The neighbors, the few that still lived nearby, avoided the property. An old man at the gas station had simply said, "You're the one taking that house? Hope you like company," then laughed, but there was no joy in his eyes. Ethan moved in on a Thursday. The place smelled like dust, mold, and forgotten time. But he cleaned it up, set up his workstation, cooked, slept. The first few nights were uneventful, but then came Monday. It began at exactly 12 a.m. A whisper, so soft, so sudden, it jolted him from sleep. "Ethan," he sat up in bed, blinking in the dark. At first, he thought it was the wind. "Ethan, come downstairs." His heart pounded. He checked his phone. 12 a.m. exactly. He crept to the edge of the staircase, half convinced he was dreaming. The house below was drenched in darkness. The air was ice cold. He flicked the hallway switch. Nothing. No power outage. Just the light refused to come on. From the bottom of the stairs, he heard it. A second voice. Not like the first. Deeper. Croaking. "We're waiting." He didn't go downstairs. Tuesday, the power cut out at midnight. Again a voice. "Let us in." The voices came from different rooms. The hallway, the vents, behind the walls. They never yelled. They whispered. Intimate, close. He searched the house the next day, checked for animals, installed motion sensors. Nothing. Wednesday, he heard crying from under the floorboards, the sound of scratching. He pulled up the living room rug and froze. There was a wooden trapdoor, one he swore hadn't been there before. It was sealed shut with old nails and rusted wire. He didn't open it. That night, the crying turned to laughter. Then dozens of voices, all whispering at once. "Ethan, Ethan, Ethan, we see you. You don't belong here. We remember what you did." What he did. Thursday, his reflection moved on its own. He was brushing his teeth, looked up, and the man in the mirror stared back, but didn't move with him. It blinked when he didn't, smiled when he frowned, then it mouthed something he couldn't hear. Later, reviewing his smart camera footage, he saw himself, standing in the hallway at midnight, but he hadn't left bed. In the video, he stood still for 23 minutes, then vanished from the frame. Friday, the house began to talk. Not with words, but with sounds. Floorboards creaking when no one moved. Taps turning on, whispers behind every door. He boarded up the windows, blocked the door, but when midnight came, the voices still came through the walls. "Let us in. You were chosen. Midnight is ours." By Saturday, he hadn't slept in 2 days. He tried checking into a motel 5 miles out. At exactly 12 a.m., the bathroom mirror fogged up, and words wrote themselves into the steam. "You can't leave," he screamed, woke the neighbors. The cops found nothing. No writing, no evidence. They thought he was having a breakdown. Back at the house, he found photographs nailed to his bedroom wall. Photos of him sleeping, each one taken at midnight. In one of them, behind him in bed, was a shadowed figure. Sunday, he lost control. The voices didn't wait for midnight. They followed him during the day, echoing through the trees, hiding behind static on the radio, whispering through his phone. He smashed every device, burned the bedding, tried to destroy the trap door. That's when the floor began to bleed. Thick black sludge seeped from the corners, and something began pounding from beneath the house. Slow, heavy, boom, boom, boom. He ran, but as he reached the edge of the forest, he froze. There, standing under the moonlight, were dozens of figures, faceless, hollow, and still, all watching. One of them stepped forward. It wore his face. That night, Ethan locked himself in the attic. He pressed record on his phone, whispered everything he could, what he'd heard, what he'd seen. He ended the message like this: I don't know what's real anymore, but if you find this, don't go to Whisper Hollow. Don't stay up at midnight. And if you hear your name, don't answer. They found the phone days later. No trace of Ethan, just the attic door, scratched from the inside and carved into the wood above it. We told you, midnight is ours.